Hello, loves. Here I am back with a special edition on manifestation today on January 11, 111, a powerful time, and it's a portal for upgrades in energy and consciousness. So we are about to activate into our gamma brain state, and with that focus specifically on harnessing that energy to bring forth into this reality what we want to manifest. So I'll explain a little bit about gamma and then we're going to go into the breaths. Gamma is a high power brain state. It's our birthright to get into it, and now with the phenomenal work of Core Love with the gamma breaths, anyone can access the brain state within a minute with these special breaths and then continue to expand into gamma from there. It's accessible now globally. My mission is gamma worldwide. It's part of our consciousness elevation at this time, the era of consciousness, of coming into the world with a new vision and creating a new reality of sustainable living, collaborative communal living, of higher level realms, and activating our higher sensory abilities because we are coming online as humans and beginning to recognize our true potential. We are blasting open beyond that cap or that clouding or static that has kept us depleted or preoccupied and distracted, and we're waking up, and gamma is one of the ways. So I couldn't be more honored and thrilled to be one of the ones to get to share this at this time. So with manifestation, there's a few things to think about. We might think we know what it is we want, and all we got to do when we get into gamma is put it forth and then just allow the gamma upgrades to bring us the most organized, highest aligned state of what that might be. It's either what we want to manifest or even better and even more in alignment. But just know that when we train our brains to focus in a certain way, just about anything is possible, and we are accessing just the beginning of new frontiers as human beings as to what we can create and co-create. The more people who can activate into gamma together as a collective, it becomes exponentially powerful as well. So with these videos, whether you're doing this right now or months from now, everyone drops into that field beyond the space and time in 3D, and we all boost and upgrade from each other's skills, experiences, memory banks. Really, it's a gold mine of energy like you're going to experience now that gets harvested and harnessed into gamma. So generally we function, I'm generalizing, but in a survival mode. Gamma is all about thriving mode. So this takes out of the picture having to strategize, having to solve, having to fix, having to figure out, or plan. In essence, what we're doing is just setting forth a new template, boosting our energy levels, and then from there the right action steps come in, the right higher level information comes in, and then we just step forth because now we have more processing power available, more physical energy available, and it becomes easy to take action in ways that we might have only dreamed of in the past or we might have felt stuck doing. So let's break open some new frontiers. All right, well, let's close our eyes first. We're going to do a little bit of a grounding. First, with eyes closed, we just feel into our body more, sensing that we're slowing down time, like we're expanding space physically into ourselves. And from here, we'll just notice our breath, how it's happening naturally. What a miracle the breath of life is. And now, with your eyes closed, tune into your sense of hearing for just a few moments, picking up the sounds in your surroundings, on the video, indoors, outside. Just expand hearing. And now, tune into your sense of smell. As you breathe gently through your nose, sense the quality of the air, the temperature, the scent, whether it's dry, humid, and so on. Just breathe it in. Next, tune into your sense of taste. Feel all your taste buds, the spectrum of taste that you can taste in your mouth. And now, tune into your sense of touch. So you could touch your body, your clothes, something in your environment. And then also know that it's all your skin. So feel the clothing on your skin, your bare skin, the air on it. Notice touch. Finally, keeping your eyes closed, focus into your sense of sight, but just feel your eyes beneath your eyelids, noticing dark or some color or light, relaxing behind your eyes. Good. Now take about a minute to scan your entire body. So starting from the top of your head, moving inch by inch, feeling the surface and the interior for sensations that stand out. As you move through, you invite each area to drop in, sink in, and melt. So keep on going till you get to the soles of your feet. As you're doing this, sense that you can slow down your breath and deepen it into your lower belly, into all the spaces you can in your body. We're going to activate more space in this activation. Good. And now we're going to start our first gamma breath. We'll place our palms together. These different hand mudras are powerful in that we represent left and right brain hemispheres and brain waves through the fingers. So this first breath is 3 seconds to fully inhale, 3 seconds to fully exhale throughout. And they're big breaths. Feel like you breathe deeply into everywhere in your body as much as you can. So here we go. In mouth, out mouth. In mouth, out nose. In nose, out nose. In nose, out mouth. In mouth, out mouth. In mouth, out nose. In nose, out nose. In nose, out mouth. In mouth, out mouth. In mouth, out nose. In nose, out nose. In nose, out mouth. And in mouth, out mouth. Excellent. Now close your eyes. Just relax your hands and drop in. Breathe easy. Good. When you're ready, you can gradually open your eyes, tuning into how much more centered you feel and noticing your surroundings gently. All right, so we're just entering the gamma state now, and with each breath that we do, it gets more powerful. You're going to feel maybe a lot of tingling through your body, some different wavy sensations, different movements perhaps, insights, emotions, ecstatic feelings, maybe laughter. You might yawn a lot. That's a very clearing kind of thing that can happen, and lots of realizations and upgrades. So let's close our eyes again. And let's tune in to what it is that we want to manifest. And just go with what's coming now, trusting in our heart, whatever it is, without concern for how can it be possible, or is it too lofty, or any of that. Just go with what's coming right now that we want to manifest. What do we desire? Feel into that, because it carries a lot of high level energy, what we desire. Good. So as you're doing this, feel into the sensations that come with it, any particular images that might appear. Just feel into more of the positive of what it would be like to manifest that situation or state of being or feeling or action or goal, whatever it might be, reality. Feel into it a little more, and also send it out into our quantum gamma field here collectively so that we can all benefit and boost each other on it. So sending now. Awesome. So now we're going to do an amplifying breath for this. We place our hands in the diamond mudra. And when I say medium, that's 3 seconds inhale or exhale. Slow is 5 seconds in or out. Fast is 1 second in or out. Again, very big, deep breaths. Here we go. Activating our manifestation. So in mouth, medium. In more. And even more. Good. Now out mouth, medium. In mouth, out nose, slow. In nose, out nose, medium. In nose, out mouth, fast. In mouth, out mouth, medium. In mouth, medium. In a little more. Even more. And now out nose, in mouth, slow. Out nose, in nose, medium. Out mouth, in nose, fast. Out mouth, in mouth, medium. In a little more. And even more. And now hold as much as you can. Feel into the essence of what you're manifesting. Feel the power magnetizing to that. And the out mouth. Good. Now bring this is a cup of gamma. Your hands are tingling, right? This is gamma energy. Bring it to drink with an inhale. Good. Now exhale, relax. Just close your eyes and immerse into gamma for a little bit. Good. Now, with your eyes still closed, we're going to incorporate another gamma boosting technique called the blink. So just squeeze your eyes once, just scrunch the eyelids and release them, keeping them closed. You're going to feel a surge of gamma. Good. Now you can open your eyes for a few moments and just stabilize and look around, feel how you're feeling. All right, so now we did an activation breath to set in motion what you're desiring. So the next step is to tune in and access memories that are a gold mine of energy, of positive experience where you've manifested, to bring that forth, to trigger neural pathways, to train our brain to create that reality now. So let's close our eyes. And just allow our gamma state to bring to us an experience from any time in our lifetime where we intended on something, we really desired it, and we manifested it, whether we knowingly did a manifestation practice or just felt and desired it and then it happened. So let's feel into that and see. As you do this, tune in as much as you can to the environment in that memory, how you felt in your body, if any other people were involved, and what it was about, of course, and just feel with all your senses. Bring it forth from your cellular memory now into technicolor, magnified. Awesome. Just keep feeling into it, honing into a freeze frame of the highlight of the experience and how it came to fruition. So first the desire and then the actual result. Great. And now let's put that into the field so we can all benefit. And we're going to do an amplification breath. So again, diamond mudra. And as you breathe, feel into how you breathe. You can focus in on the experience or just allow whatever happens in your mind, that's fine. But basically the breath will reorganize everything in a good way. So in mouth medium. In more. Even more. Now out mouth, in mouth medium. Out mouth, in nose slow. Out nose, in nose medium. Out nose, in mouth fast. Out mouth, in mouth medium. In more. And even more. Now, out nose, in mouth slow. Out nose, in nose medium. Out mouth, in nose fast. Out mouth, in mouth medium. In more. Even more. And a bit more. Good. Now hold again and feel into how that all materialized, that there's been manifestations and we're activating that state now. Feel how good it was to have that experience. And out mouth. Good. Now let's bring this alchemy to drink with an inhale. and out. Just relax. And now a squeeze blink for another boost of gamma. Releasing the eyelids. Feel that surge. Noticing breath opening up. And just when you feel ready, opening your eyes, allowing the experience to stabilize. All right. Now we're going to tap into experiences that we've had of learning on manifestation practices, maybe books we've read, videos, meditations, guidance from other people. So let's close our eyes and see what has been a powerful influence for each of us to learn about manifesting and witnessing how it's done, or techniques. Let's just tap into those. And the thing to know is that there's many and there's differing perspectives on manifesting or what's right or what isn't. But what we hone in for each of us individually, if we're doing this activation, is that we can create our reality, we can generate it, and we can consciously choose it with the gamma state, and we can train our reality and our brain to create that materialization. So we can hone into any information that is going to serve us and make it so, and expound on it. So as we're tuning into those information techniques, let's also tune into somebody we know or a figure that we know of that we've witnessed manifest something that we really admire. So let's check that out. As we're doing that, let's tune into also adding to this formula another experience that we've had of successful manifestation in whatever area of our life. Let's see what we generated and the amount of energy and high level of functioning that came with it. Let's feel into that in our body, in our consciousness. Great, so we can open our eyes, and another amplifying breath. So diamond mudra. In mouth medium. In more. Even more. Out mouth, in mouth medium. Out mouth, in nose slow. Out nose, in nose medium. Out nose, in mouth fast. Out mouth, in mouth medium. In more. And even more. Out nose, in mouth slow. Out nose, in nose medium. Out mouth, in nose fast. Out mouth, in mouth medium. In more. And even more. Bit more. And hold. feeling how it's easier to hold now, and feel this just full spectrum gamma energy flow everywhere. The empowerment of knowing we can manifest, bringing it forward. And out mouth. Excellent. Bringing this cup of alchemy to drink, an elixir of manifesting with an inhale. As we exhale, we feel all this full spectrum gamma light and pineal activation filtering through, and let go. Breathe easy. Beautiful. Now do a squeeze blink for a mega boost. Feel that surge of gamma, of DMT that's releasing, because that's what happens with this breath. This is the consciousness state and the vibrational state from which we alchemize, create, manifest, and materialize, and where we can have a direct channel to our higher essence, to our guides, to the universe, to mass consciousness, and draw that in and download it. So with eyes closed, just tune in for a few moments as to some downloads or insights you might be receiving about anything, about your life, about what you're manifesting, about experiences related. Maybe some action steps are starting to come forth from gamma, which are the most aligned. You want to trust your body, you want to trust those action steps and take action on them. That's what gives the reward of a gamma boost and more energy in the body to keep going and keep developing your life in just all the harmonious and amazing ways that you could ever dream of. All right, so opening your eyes, just taking your surroundings again. Feeling a little altered and expanded, right? But energized, clear, relaxed, and grounded, I would imagine. Okay, so we're going to do one or two more breaths here. We want to keep this not too long so that you'll feel drawn to do this activation many times over. Each time you're going to get closer and closer and more powerful in your manifesting abilities, and things are going to start to show up in real time way quicker. It's like time collapses and dimensions open up, and just as you think of it, things start to happen and show up in the best of ways. So let's close our eyes. In this one, let's see ourselves in the future, whether it's later today, tomorrow, next week. We don't know the timeline, but we just want to see a future image of us in that manifested state. We've already arrived in gamma. We're already in here now, here to here with what we're creating. That's what we want to feel and see. So notice the image that's populating, feeling with all the senses what it's like, and if there's anyone present, and how we're feeling in it with all our cells and our consciousness. Beautiful. Keep checking in, seeing how it's all coming together, trusting what's there. For some it might be super clear to the detail, for some it's a sensation and all of it's perfect. Knowing that again we are boosting, and each time you do the activation it gets stronger and closer. You'd be surprised the miracles that can happen after this. So if you want to comment after or send me a message, I'd love to hear your feedback, or if you have questions or would like more guidance individually as well. All right, so now that you've seen the image, you can open your eyes. And for a moment now with eyes open, because this is now in the reality that we're surrounding in, that we want to generate that materialization. Just feel into your surroundings, and then with eyes open, transmit to the video and to the global audience what you're manifesting. Just send it out. Trusting that we have the power to create. Wonderful. We just want to hone into the positives. Doubts and all of that, I'll explain right now. In Gamma, get alchemized and converted to positive as long as we keep generating and amplifying on the positives. In a different type of activation, if we're processing, let's say, patterns, traumas, imprints, and so on, we start with some of those charges first so we can loosen them up and release the trigger. But then we go into upgrading all of it into Gamma with positive qualities and positives from the environment and experiences that will then alchemize it into good. We don't want to stay in the negative plane and just keep staying at that level. The boost and the upgrade happens when we just generate such a high frequency energy in Gamma, and that's where our reality changes. We activate, we come online, we look brighter. It's like we're radiating so much light. That's part of being in Gamma. So let's do this final expansive breath and then a closing breath to seal the deal. So Diamond Mudra again. In mouth medium. In more. In even more. Great. Out mouth, in mouth medium. Out mouth, in nose slow. Out nose, in nose medium. Out nose, in mouth fast. Out mouth medium. In more. Even more. And even more. Out nose and mouth slow. Out nose and nose medium. Out mouth and nose fast. Out mouth and mouth medium. In more. Even more. Even more. Great. Now hold and just tap into that divine guidance that if you see it, you can create it. We are divine beings. We are light beings. We are here to channel and embody the most harmonious states. It's our birthright. It's who we are. Hold. Good. Now out mouth. We drink our energy. Inhale. Good. Now exhale. Just immerse in this big expanse of ocean, Gamma, and light. Feeling that you're putting those transmissions out there, these now frequencies to the universe to reflect it back. The universe desires clear signals. Now we squeeze blink to that. Gamma boost, immerse. With a sense of reverence and gratitude and joy in our heart. Great. All right, so opening our eyes. Now feel into how we feel in our body and our surroundings. So much light, right? So much space and a sense of generosity and abundance because we have a lot of energy. We're functioning on a more harmonized state. Everything's more congruent, more aligned. This is the gamma state. This is the place from which we can function on a daily basis. If you do practices such as this, even just the basic gamma breath every day, a couple of times a day, you can get into a baseline gamma state. It's a whole consciousness upgrade. On my YouTube, on the previous video, Gratitude, I listed the basic gamma breath. And well, I'll do it here below so you can check it out and follow it as well. So now we're going to do an integration breath, palms together. This one's just 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out throughout. So before we do that, let's reflect on what we've been doing here in the session. Let's close our eyes. First, we got together, we became still and tuned in with all our senses to become more embodied and present and alive. Next, we did an opening breath. Then we set an intention for what we're manifesting. Then we tapped into our gold mine of memories of experiences where we've manifested successfully. Next, we tapped into information that taught us about that we can manifest and different techniques, plus examples of people we admire who have manifested greatly, plus more examples of our own. Next, we tapped into our future self, which is activated now. We've downloaded and created the blueprint inside ourselves. It's in our consciousness. We just got to keep harvesting and cultivating it by thinking about it daily, doing a couple gamma breaths daily, a couple of blinks for boosting it, and we got it. And then we amplified that even more with the breath. Now let's integrate it all. So again, 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. In mouth, out mouth. In nose, out mouth. In nose, out nose. In mouth, out nose. In mouth, out mouth. In nose, out mouth. In nose, out nose. In mouth, out nose. In mouth, out mouth. In nose, out mouth. In nose, out nose. In mouth, out nose. And in mouth, out mouth. Let's feel that. Thank you so much. I am really so moved. I feel so much joy right now to be sharing this activation. And I want to actually thank one of my clients who suggested it and requested it. So here we are, a gift to everyone, a manifestation activation in gamma. I call it a gamma manifestation. Have a beautiful 111, a beautiful year. See you again soon. Namaste.